recognize Ms. Ramirez of Illinois for her 5 minutes of questioning.
Thank you, Chairman. I was taken back recognizing that my colleague, who was just right of me, almost spent 5 minutes giving names of people who have experienced the worst of the worst threat to our democracy and to themselves through right-wing white supremacist ideas. It is clear that the replacement theory and other white supremacist ideas are leading to an increase in violence targeted toward Black and brown people and immigrants specifically. In 2019, a far-right terrorist killed 23 people at a Walmart in El Paso, Texas. His hate-filled anti-immigrant manifesto referenced a Hispanic invasion of Texas. That word invasion is a word that I hear frequently in this committee room in the US Congress by Republican members referring to immigrants, to asylum seekers. And these kind of anti-immigrant attacks have not stopped. Less than 2 weeks ago, a man in Brownsville, Texas, drove an SUV into a group of migrants, killing 8 people. Police are investigating reports that he yelled anti-immigration rhetoric at the group. This dangerous and disgusting white supremacist rhetoric has fueled deadly violence again and again. White supremacy is anti-Semitic, it is xenophobic, it is racist, it is sexist, it is homophobic, and it is actively harming our communities right before our eyes with multiple instances of extreme violence. And I'll just mention a couple because otherwise I'll run out of time. The 2017 Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville, Virginia, that resulted in 9 injured in the murder of Heather Heyer. The 2018 anti-Semitic attack on the Tree of Life Synagogue in Pittsburgh that led to 11 people dying and injuring 6 more. The 2019 mass shooting in El Paso, Texas, predominantly in a Latino neighborhood where a gunman murdered 23 people and injured 3 more. The 2022 mass shooting in Buffalo, New York that we've heard about, where the gunman killed 10 Black people and injured 3 more. This is not a complete list by any means. And that is why I am honored to be co-leading a resolution that's condemning the great replacement theory that Congressman Jamal Bowman of New York is introducing, again, along with other Democratic colleagues. And I strongly urge any of my Republican colleagues here to join us in opposing white supremacy. It shouldn't be hard to do so. And as a woman, I take allegations of violence against women very seriously. And as I'm sure you do as well, Ms. Gaines, you said that you are a spokeswoman for the Independent Women's Forum, correct?
Yes, correct.
That's the same Independent Women's Forum that opposed the 1994 Violence Against Women Act because, quote, wives instigate violence, including severe violence against husbands, more often than husbands do against wives. Is that correct?
What year was this?
This was in 1994.
I was not born yet, so I'm unsure.
We got to do research before we start joining organizations because, you know, if we're going to be fighting violence against women and we're joining organizations that incite violence, that is inconsistent with who we say we are. Mr. Chair, I would like to submit for the record Independent Women's Forum statement articulating the reasons why they oppose VAWA.
Without objection, so ordered.
Today's hearing is about organized violence, but I'm not sure how the Independent Women's Forum is relevant to today's topic other than it has opposed legislation aiming at preventing violence. This is your first time presenting in a hearing in Congress, correct?
At the congressional level, yes.
Yeah. So I just want to make sure that I document here that as we're talking about violence, as we're talking about left-wing violence, violence against women should be #1 issue for all of us. But, you know, this is your first time here, but it's not your first time in the political spotlight. And I noticed that you spoke not one, but on 2 CPAC panels in March, and you just got off the campaign trail for a MAGA candidate for Kentucky governor, Kelly Craft, who said that if she were elected governor, we would not have transgenders in our school system. Mr. Chairman, I ask unanimous consent to enter into the record an article from The Nation titled "Meet the Feminists Doing the Koch brothers' Dirty Work."
Without objection, so ordered.
Mr. Chairman, I also ask unanimous consent to enter into the record a press release regarding a UCLA School of Law study titled, "Transgendered people are over 4 times more likely than cisgender people to be victims of violent crime. While they are 1%, they are 4 times more."
Without objection, so ordered. The gentlelady's time has expired.
Thank you, Chairman. I yield back.
now recognize Mr. Strong for his 5 minutes of